Hello and welcome to Dale's Gaming, and this from the Depths Designer once more, and this is the third part of the epic build for the Pre-dreadnought behind me. And as before, this is not a speed build. This will be me waffling on whilst building things, so feel free to skip this and go to the main video, which is in the description down below. That will give you a high-speed version of the complete build and the combat results, etc. If you don't want to watch me just building away and waffling on about various things. So this particular build is, or this particular episode is about the secondary guns, which took me a little while to work out, etc. So it's about the ammo I've used, my decisions of why I did it, and generally watching me build the ship. Any comments are welcome. Hopefully this is informative to those that want it, or just enjoyable for those that like, for some reason, listening to my voice. Anyway, on with the build. And after a little bit of shaping on the hull, just to get the idea of the deck levels I'm going to be working with, I've set up some areas now for the secondary or intermediary guns. So these are going to be some largish HE firing, fairly rapid fire guns. So we'll see maybe about a very heavy HE load on maybe about a 3-meter loader. We'll see if we need clips, etc. But it's going to be, the idea is to have about the same range, 5,000 meters. Although we're only going to fire out to 3,000, but 5,000 meter maximum range. So it will fire at the same targets as the main guns. Okay, so let's start with the usual turret. I'm going to use a single turret on this because I am not got as much space. I've got to try and keep this relatively small. I'm going to have one block for the deck level armor about there, and I think I have 2 blocks either side with a little bit of armor, so let's go there. We're going to do twin guns. I think we'll try to fit this into a twin gun system. I'm going to have to be a bit more creative with some of the loaders and other parts of this gun, I think. So if that's the thing, if that's the level of the deck, we'll put a 3-meter, I think, in there. That's the back of the turret. Okay, we'll use the same idea. Advanced firing piece, mirror line, and go down. Similar sort of design. Go down here. I think I'm just trying to think here. We might have this quite a largish turret. We might put quite a bit of stuff up into the turret. So let me just have a quick check. Now I might make these guns. I think I'll have these guns as a multi-purpose gun. So we will. Oops, that's not good. There we go. We'll have them actually have a AA mantlet so that they can fire up into the air. And I shall put, so I like this heavy barrel, and then something like that I think looks reasonable. What size have we got there? 179. Need bigger than that. So let's go out one more. So it's going out 3 to the back. And now we'll use... Ah, that's that level there. Can't do it that way. Can't do it that way because I'm now going to be having this base is going to be too big. I want this section here to be a maximum of 3 large to define the area that is going to be under the deck. So this here is needs to be armoured, and that's pushing it out too far. I could go out that far and down, or I could do some more snaking up here. But I do need some to go down. Otherwise, we won't have any way to connect up the loaders, etc. down below. So let's change this design again. Well, $236. Okay, that's a reasonable size. Right, we'll go maximum down now with a cooling. I've forgotten to put the AI on, so I need to put the AI on now before I go any further, because I'm just about to hit a point where if I'd have gone further, I'd have not left room. So, okay, AI. This is still going to be on the main guns. See, I didn't follow my normal routine because I'm talking at the same time. I think not to blame the talking, but I normally, first thing I do is put the AI on. Okay. Now, I think I'll come back a little, snake around this area as much as I can. That's right, I might go out first. There we go. Now put some cooling in here. Again, as I want maximum. I'll put that there because I can go there. It's an extra spot. There we go. And then come up to this level. 1, 2, 3, 4. I can only go up there. To the back, and go inwards, and go up, and go 1 to the back. We've still got room to put some more cooling in up the top, but we'll go back to the guns for the moment. Put laser targeters in, and we're going to set them up so that they're slightly different. So the laser targeting, this one will, now these again will all fire after the target, I think. So there, but this one will be, the second one will be a little bit further to allow for a box, about 2 meters. There we go. So that was at 0.4 and that's at 0.6. Yeah, that's okay. So I'll fire a little bit beyond. Don't want it before, because if it's firing at a sea target, I want it to hit. In general, but if firing at an air target, I want it to create an AA box around it. Okay, we'll leave the turret. Once we've had a look at the fire rate, I can do a bit more snaking up the top to gain a bit more speed. Right, now we've got a choice of how to do this here now. So it's to clip or not to clip, that to be the question. I can follow the same idea I've had on the front. So that's 5. I don't think that's enough. I think that's 5. It's going to be burst firing again. That will turn around in that. I think I won't be blocked, but that would be the limit if I want 3 loaders. Let's see how it does with that. And if I need to modify it, see, I can only set one set of loaders on here. So this is not going to fire. I think I'm overcooling, if anything, and I might have to replace some of this cooling with more ammo clips, or put the cooling up the top and put more ammo loaders down the bottom. Let's build a quick shell for this next, so I can test fire this particular version of the gun. As I say, it's going to be very heavy on AA. I think it'll be quite... Now, I'll keep the shell reasonable size. Try that one at the moment. Now, it was suggested on the skimmer tip for these small shells, so let's try one of the skimmer shells. 230, I think it's 236. 3 meters. Okay, that's good. Now we put some HE in here and some frag. It's going to be at various ranges, primarily in front, but we'll have one if it's going air targets that burst behind it. In fact, thinking it for the air targets, I think we'll put 2 of them at 180. We'll need a timed fuse as well. We've still got a 5,000 meter range, which is good. And let's think. Do I need an inertial fuse? Let's try a base bleeder first. That gets me there. Let's try an inertial fuse. Because if we're coming up against anything which is shielded, yeah, I think that would do. It will still explode, or if it bounces, the inertial fuse will still cut off, which is good. So nothing special here. Skimmer tip keeps the speed up, gives us range. Lots of HE, lots of frag. 12 meter explosive radius, that's quite good. And the fragments, 108 fragments, 285. So, yeah, I think that will make its way through items. Kinetic 4,000 if it hits, so it's not intended to try and penetrate. Unlike the main guns, which I might still have to do something on the main guns, I think, to give them a little bit more penetration. I'm still not happy on the main guns. Just a quick look. Is it 48? With this armor piercing value of 3. But that might be all I've got to go with, because I'm not going for a hyper long gun. It's almost like a cram, that gun in many ways. Okay, I'm already thinking here. Let's go back. I'm thinking that I do need to do some snaking at the top to facilitate and replace some of these with more loaders. So let's give that a go now. I think I'm going to do it now rather than wait. My gut feel is that I'm going to have to do this. Which way should we go? Let's go out, then back in, and then come back. Maybe there we'll go down. So this is going to be a rear heavy turret. I'm going to have to make plenty of room inside the deck. Which is not, I don't think that'll be a problem anywhere. Maybe here near the AI we'll have to, could be the middle turret could be a problem, but we'll sort that out when we get to it. I'm already thinking about where I might have a problem with turrets and things like that for the next what should we call it, the rest of the build. Okay, let's go back in now, just fill in those last couple of points here. Okay, so it's made it quite a wide turret. I need a little bit of recoil we'll put on the top, so it won't be a very heavily armoured turret, I think. Okay, so now I can replace, I think, some of this here with more ammo. If I go like that, so that's another. Two ammo loaders just there. I think that rear one will not. It's too far beyond the. It's no. Oh, okay. Hang on. I can make this rear heavy as long as the front can turn. It doesn't matter if the rear can only go that far. So these don't have to be 360 guns. Yeah. So the front has to be able to turn all the way around. You know, move to. I only need these to be 180-degree guns at best. So that's a little bit too big. Let's just take one off there. Okay, let's try that. Now it means that what I'm going to have to do is extend this out a little bit, but let's see what fire rate we get with this. Let them get a little bit loaded up. Nine shells I think is loaded, so let's, can I do it from my gut deck position at the moment? No, I'm gonna have to move myself. There we go. So it won't be able to move all the way behind, which is fine. So I've got to allow enough room in the back, so I'm going to have to go another 2 blocks in the back to facilitate this. But let's have a look at the guns. Fire the guns! Well, it's got a more sustained fire rate than the main guns. Not quite as quick. I've actually, but it's fairly well sustained. Oh, okay. Well, get the other guns loading as well, which does make me think maybe I could put some more loaders in this to replace some of those, but maybe I'll look at that later to try and increase the fire rate on the main guns. But the main guns actually have faster firing, rapid fire, than these at the moment because of the snake. But I quite like these as sustained fire rate, so I quite like that. Okay, we'll just set up the AI quickly because we know we want limitations. We'll give it a minimum, maximum range of say about 2,500. I think will be a good accurate range. Nothing too deep under the water. Some ships have their AI below sea level, so it's got to be below 0. And maximum altitude, we won't have a maximum altitude because it's going to be firing at ships. Number of blocks, say 500. Anything less than that, we'll let the tertiary guns take control. We'll see how that works. There we go. So now let's have a, before I go any further, I'm going to have a test at how big this needs to be, this particular area, in preparation for the guns. So I can count back from here. So if I'm going to take some of this out. Now we won't worry about armouring there, but I think I do want some armour. Take the chair away, thank you. Do want some armour here. Put the chair back so I can control it in a second. Actually, I'm standing there. That'll be good enough. Now, how far back have I got to go? So that point is there. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Just there then. All right. That's just it's closer than I thought to the centred line. Well, these will be like the some of the early dreadnoughts had these super firing guns that fired across the deck, and it'll be very similar to that. So we'll have an open deck, I think, between these two areas, which that could be quite interesting. So here as well, 1, 2, 3. Right, and I need to take some of this away. I always wonder how to do live streams, because trying to talk about things whilst you're actually trying to build a reasonable ship is actually quite difficult. So to respect all of the see, I make loads of mistakes. Respect to those that do manage to do live streams and other type of streaming, because it's not bloody easy. I've got to say. Wrong blocks here. Yeah, wood blocks back in here. There we go. Right, so that's replacing that, I think, mainly. Let's see if this will now still turn around. So this is what I'm doing every time, is make a few changes, test it. Will this turn all the way around? Have I overdone it anywhere? No, that looks... So, okay, it won't turn around there, which is fine. So we're making this a rear heavy gun, for want of a better word. Let's just test them one more time. Also want to test... how many shells stay in there. It's keeping one in the rack, so that is about right. Its shell reload is about the same as the gun reload. So they're matching each other. Oh, there, it's gone to a 0 there. Finally, it has now gone to a 0. So there is a point where it pauses, but it only pauses for a short while, and then it will reload. Okay. Why was the other gun not loading? Firing. Oh, it was firing. Okay, enough firing. I'm playing with the guns. It'll make me go blind. Right, okay, next. I need to get some armour in at this level. Which is effectively the deck level armour. How much have we got? So we got 1, 2, 3, yeah, so four blocks at the back, or should I say beams. So we're having a beam day, and then some beams this way. Yep, that'll be fine. So the rear is going to be 4 beams, and I didn't put the mirror line on. Okay, what I'll do then is, oh no, that's okay. I'm done. Let me finish this one. Right, the front. How big a front have we got? Yep, that's 4 beams as well. And then just at the side here, how many beams do we get to fit in here? I think we might have fit a 3 in there. There we go. We'll go out that far. Take that out. And then we'll do some sloping from that point, I think. So that's my armour. Now I'm going to go back to the turret before I finish, because there's a few things I need. For the guns itself, I need a bit of recoil absorption. So what I might do is, I think we're at the maximum at the back, so but I could put some on the top. I think that will be enough to provide some... Do I just put it on the top and not the side? Okay, yeah, I'll leave the side. I think the sides... How far back are we going already from the centre? The centre is on these. Yep, I think. So, 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going back 4, and sideways we're going to be going 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, yeah, I don't want it too far back. I think we'll just leave those on the top. Now we will armour up the turret to give it a little bit of, well, armour. A fair bit of frontal armour, not so much on the side. We're also going to add in some AI in here. Front or back? I might put these at the front actually. I might put them between the guns. Let's put an AI block in here. Now we'd use a laser rangefinder on here. So what we're going to do here is something detection wise to help the detection, but it's going to be more angle based. So what's got the best angular bearing at range? So that's got a range of 2.5 angular. Let's just check that again. 0.5. Oh, sorry, 0.2 range. Okay, so let me just go and check. Sorry, I can't remember exactly now. Let's just have a look at that again. So I'd used a laser rangefinder, which is 0.1 range. Okay, so I need angular. So 0.2 with 1, 0.2, 0.005. So, okay, it's going to have to be a camera gimbal tracker, I think it is. Or do we go for the range, these ones? If we chose a small one of these instead, 0.1 angle. I quite like the idea of these actually. That's it. Yeah, okay. Yeah. Let's change it. Change decision. Change of mind. How far do I need to go? I need to. Let's try. How about a 5 meter, just sticking out the front a little bit. So sit about there. Means that these are going to be showing. Alright, let's go a little bit wider. Yeah, okay, that'll do. Connect to there. Very German. I think I can. I'll move it a bit further forward. I don't want to be too German. Let's 1, 2 back. There we go. Just in there then. Let's finish off some of the looks of this here. So I'm going to need slightly different design to the front ones, which I don't like. I think I should really be following the front level sort of design. There we go. Double slope. Going back to a 2 slope. So I need to change these. So I do like things to look appropriate, shall we say. There we go. There, and there. If that sticks out a little bit, then maybe that's just one of those things. And then we've got a 3. I am going to have to move this back. Okay. German it is. Oops. Right, okay, so we need can't put anything there because of that rangefinder. That's fine. At least I know. We'll go here with some 2s. That'll be a 2. How did I do it on the end here? I smoothed it. Let's do some smoothing. Now I'm going to come back with just a beam to that level. Yeah, some 2 beams there. Oops, that's not a good one. I'll put one of these in just there and then come back in at the rear. Okay, yes, I'm not unhappy with that. Let's make sure it still turns and I haven't mucked something up. Excellent. Okay. Just see how that recoil is now. Yeah, I'm going to get some recoil from these, but we'll sort out broadside recoil afterwards. Let's duplicate these.